Now, health and aged care compliance startup Zipline.io has raised $6 million in a Series A2 round. The company will use the cash to double its headcount, and to tell us more is founder Michael Momsen. Michael, welcome to the show. Tell us a little bit more about Zipline, because you do a whole bunch of different things in the aged care and health space. It's a really interesting multi-headed business.
Yeah, thanks very much. Great to be here, Simon. One of the things that we've noticed when talking to executives at aged care and hospitals is one of the big challenges right now is are we compliant as people are coming into our places? Our relationship between people and places are becoming more complicated. And it's actually a challenge in healthcare that goes beyond what the government check-in apps cover. So as an example, in aged care, you need to have a valid flu vaccination, be fever-free. There may be some additional elements around we can only have 10 people in the dementia ward, or this family has an AVO in place, and so we can't have people automatically come through. And so it's a really stressful scenario where they end up adding more contingent staff to handle this administrative burden. And then in hospitals, not only do we need a valid COVID vaccination to come on site, but there's things like you can't have an aircon guy walking around the hallways fixing the aircon without a valid police clearance and things like this. So we've automated that process digitally beforehand, and really excited that our customers tell us that they save anywhere from $4 to $10, $20 on every dollar they spend with Zipline.
It is extraordinary because and one of the terms you used when we covered this story yesterday on startupdaily.net is drowning in compliance. It sounds like the paperwork thing is really sort of bogging down people who could be frontline on healthcare and aged care.
Now, it's one of the things that we're really excited about is that there's a lot of talk in health tech around some new devices that are providing better quality care, which is fantastic. But there's the organizational side as well. They need to run a complex organization, and the level of digitization that we're finding is incredibly low. So we continually come into problems where we're able to help out. As an example, we launched an app with one of our large aged care providers around in-home care, and one of the challenges around what if there's a situation that goes wrong and they need duress, as well as other things. And that was quite easy for us to add on these additional features. So we continue to have sort of high impact around that sort of organizational administrative side, which really frees up those resources to go back to providing higher quality care, etc.
Now, I do want to ask a little bit about your original idea. You're a former Microsoft exec, and you went off basically to sort of get a little bit of that 360 feedback with Rate It. What's happening on that front?
Yeah, no, great question. Yeah, so I mean, this is a problem that we're still passionate about, which is in-moment customer experiences. I went to a department store, went to go buy 10 business shirts, didn't have a very good experience, and I thought, this is interesting. They don't know that they missed out on this sale. I'm not going to go to their website and fill out a feedback form. I'm not going to complain online on social media. It's not a big deal in the scheme of things. And so we've made it really easy to capture in-the-moment feedback, and we continue to work with great organizations, Coles and many others. And what we've found is that customer experience, unfortunately, is sort of one of those nice to have products. It's not a burning problem. And so what we've been able to do is we're coming in and offering compliance software, especially in healthcare, that sort of said, we've always needed to get a better view of the customer experience, or we're having this maternity ward tour. It'd be great to get some more insights into that. And so we've been able to layer the work that we've done on the customer experience side into the compliance, and it's been a really, really wonderful combination.
And you got so frustrated you gave up on the business shirts and started your own printed T-shirts instead. Tell us a little bit about this raise, the $6 million. EVP came in, King River Capital as well. Tell us about the enthusiasm from them for the potential they see in this business, especially on the health and aged care front.
Yeah, this has been a really, really great situation for us, because we were fortunate to be largely quite cash flow positive with the work that we were doing with our customers, and so we really had a choice around fundraising to be in the park of accelerating what we're doing, as opposed to, oh my God, we're running out of money, we need to raise something. And so picking the right partner was really, really important to us, and picking EVP to lead was just a no-brainer, a really, really simple decision for us. They're Australia's #1 VC that focuses on B2B SaaS, and their reputation is just outstanding in supporting organizations like us. And then King River, they're quite unique actually. They've got a dual US and Sydney, Australia-based VC, and so they're really providing a lot of great support as we think about expanding into the US.
Okay, well, I did want to ask a little bit about those plans, and it's a theme we've had a little bit today, especially as we talked healthcare and going over to the US. Do you see great differences and any particular issues with expanding what you do in this country to what happens in the US with its healthcare system?
Yeah, Great question. One of the things that we're looking at now is how much of this problem translates into other markets and where are they in their journey of solving these challenges. And so we had the team, we contacted well over 100 aged care facilities in California over the last few weeks, and we found the vast majority of them are drowning in the same compliance problems, largely solving it with pen and paper and hundreds of spreadsheets. So I'm excited. Yeah, I'll be jumping on a plane in a few weeks' time and going over to LA for a few months, and seeing what makes sense in terms of expanding on that opportunity there.
Isn't it amazing that paperwork is the universal human language? Michael Momsen from Zipline, thank you so much for joining us on Startup Daily.
Pleasure. Thanks, Simon.